start recording. It is yeah, that's the right thing. Okay, we are in here at the Wednesday cast for game 5, I think. I'm gonna put some music on. Warcraft 3 soundtrack was requested, so we're gonna put that one on. And yeah, we're gonna start with Japan as usual and see how they're doing. So Japan last session went to some Mariana faith. A Sop took over and he converted it back to Shinto, which is honestly the right idea. So he's now Shinto has open doors. Not you want to go to adaptive, but I guess he was forced into that. Ideas, he's starting his 4th idea group, which is quality. So he's gonna have the quality, even though he went exploration second. And I think he's colonizing in the New World. Yeah, he has Alaska. Oh well, yeah, part of Alaska colonized. Looks nice for him.
He is pretty behind on ideas. His neighbor.
He's a bit behind, yes. Freddy's pinging well doing this, okay. Yeah, he's running good level advisors.
His estate, he's getting 0.2 autonomy.
Come again?
He's getting 0.2 autonomy from his estate.
Yeah, I see an empire. It just balances out. So as long as he's at peace, no, he's not at peace. Oh, then it doesn't really matter because it stays the same while in war, and then at peace it goes down. So it's not really a problem. Buildings, he's finished building the workshops more or less. Doesn't have that many provinces he can build more buildings in. Need to dev up to do that.
He needs to delete a lot of.
Yeah, you need to get rid of the temples, and getting the more important buildings in, the regimental camps, the barracks, and if you really want an island nations, and maybe also want naval force in it at one point.
He's got a bunch of those already.
Yeah, he got a few of those, yeah. Like, Malaya could potentially challenge him navally, but I don't think anyone else around here could.
With how expansionist Britain is, maybe.
Yes, but Britain is not going to be there at the moment. They only need Egypt. Surprisingly, he hasn't taken Korea at all.
This is because Russia is buying it. I don't know who he's giving the money to, but he's buying like here and like I think Manchuria.
Because he's not losing that much, but Korea is collecting a lot of his trade.
Yeah, like he should still be like he doesn't have a truce with Korea. He should still be beating them up for money. Like it's free money at this point because you already have a landing point further in like Manchuria.
Yeah, he already got up there. Like I don't really know why they promised all this land to Russia. It seems so weird. Russia's big enough already.
It's more Pench bullying his way into it.
Well, that is one big mean bully.
Yeah. But he's also giving them a lot of money for it.
Okay. I think he should maybe take a look at his forts. Like if you want to fortify Japan, the Strait provinces are the most important. Especially this farmland fort doesn't really do anything for you.
How's it? Yeah, like delete that fort at Echu because he's gaining like he's at 10 army tradition. He's getting 0.19 from fort.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Fort is just not helping.
Yeah, so he will need to focus on finishing our quality, and then I would recommend him to expand into Japan, into Korea, but like if he can take Korea and just like refuse to give it to Russia because Russia can't get 40% war score, 50% war score on him to suck it out. Like if he takes a few provinces in Korea, then what is Russia gonna do? Build a navy over here? I don't think so.
Russia will just walk over, take in the war likely.
Yeah, but Russia can't walk to Japan.
No, but he will just sit on these provinces.
And then Russia's doing what, sitting there for 40 years?
I mean, I've seen worse.
Well, I wouldn't do that as Russia, and I think he should just like take them, but that's my opinion. I think he's been deving bit because he got a lot of death bonuses.
What's that? Is it 663?
553. Oh, you mean province?
I mean dev.
He could definitely exploit some tax.
It's Japan. He'll be doing that for the rest of. But it looks like he's been doing that already.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it seems like he maybe have exploited some tax. It devs up the gold mines. I don't really know if I have any comments other than he's a bit behind on deving his land and ideas, and that he should expand into Korea.
His quality isn't the best, but I assume that's because he's not got quality.
Yeah, when he's finished his quality, that's going to help him a lot. Getting 10% more discipline.
He kept Gara ideas.
Come again?
When he formed Japan, he kept Tokugawa.
Yeah, they give dev cost. I think that's worth it.
Yeah, it gives dev cost.
10% ICA, 10% morale farmies, 5% discipline, and 10% dev cost. This is all what you're looking for in multiplayer ideas. It's
like maybe the addition of like manpower or force limiting. Overall.
Yeah, but it's still very desirable modifiers, and you have four of them. So let's look at Mr. Meme Man number 1. Iwet. Look at his ideas. He filled them all out, yes, but it's a weird combination.
Pluto's wonderful.
Come again?
The fact that he went Pluto, I do respect.
Yeah, but expansion is not going to give him anything. I think he colonized like 5 provinces, maybe. And what is he going to use his colonists for now? Oh, he's colonizing islands in the Pacific.
He also colonized Taiwan.
Oh, yeah. What's the nation up there? Freeport. Oh, yeah, he's creating trade cities all over the world.
Yeah.
As many as he can. He's have a very low force limit, below 100 force limit. His quality is alright, but not that good because he doesn't have. He has a quality, but he doesn't have eco ideas yet, so he's lacking the 5% discipline and the dev cost, which gonna make already expensive land even harder to develop.
Well, he's still got the control over monetary policy.
Oh, he told me he had that. I told him to remove it.
Yeah, like he's not about to fight anyone in a death war. So I don't see why he's got it or still got it.
But look at the Merchant Guild influence. It's going to be very hard to remove that.
Yeah.
Because you get 15% from his government reforms and merchant influence.
It's like if he sells land and waits till, like, say 1604, looking at this.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He'll be able to remove it. The cell and with the cell.
Yeah, you can, but it's a long time having all power cost +5.
Oh yeah, like 12 years.
And he's sitting at 0 stab, which means he's not building prosperity in his land. There's a few states that doesn't have devastation, which he could build prosperity in.
He's got a lot of provinces with devastation also. It's not the worst.
Yeah, he's been fighting AI Ming, and I think they went and siege down random stuff, as the AI usually does. And you want to yoink up that root of corruption. You don't want to have corruption. It's really bad for you.
It's only 0.03.
Yeah, but he's gaining corruption. He's Tengri. I don't think Confucian is better, but Tengri is not that great of a religion, if I'm correct. He has syncretic faith Confucian, so he gets SAP and admin tech, which is really not. It's
not
saving
great.
the admin points. Yeah, it's really not great. He got decent national ideas. 5% discipline, manpower recovery, national manpower, land leader shock, tech cost, some CAF bonuses. Yeah, I think he really needs to be working on his modifier from ideas and religion, because not having economic the dev cost is really massive and your quality is not that great. I mean, anyone could just come in and knock you over, basically.
He's not built up too much. Like, he's building a bunch of manufactories that are like mixing between Yumen, Beijing, and Xi'an trade nodes.
Yeah,
But
I'm
like,
looking. He has like 5 regimental camp max.
yeah, like he needs to work on these buildings.
And 1 manpower building. Yeah, his military is weak, very weak. If Russia comes in just like with a quarter of the army, he can't stand against them. Same with Delhi comes in with half the army, he's also dead.
Yeah.
Although he's gonna lose a war, definitely. Yeah, so this Oirat is, despite looking big, is lacking the quality ideas and is no way near built up. He's not making that much cash, and he took Pluto and trade, 2 money generating idea groups, and he's not really making a lot of money because he's not built at all.
I've just looked at his policies that he's put on. He needs to get rid of the global tariffs and put the trade efficiency one on. I don't understand why he's clicked that.
Yeah, and you also can take away the +1 land leader fire because you're wasting mill on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, take away you can't take away global tariff, but I think it's worth paying 1 Diplo for 20% trade efficiency.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you can, remove the other one, which you can in 5 years. Wait, now it's shifted up for me. Now it gives trade efficiency and trade steering. It doesn't give tariff anymore. What's going on here?
Wait, what?
Look at my stream. It says trade efficiency and trade steering, but before it's the tariffs.
Yeah, it's just done it for me. What the?
What is going on? And why is it getting death cost and land force limit?
Are we seeing policies that Japan had on?
Yeah, Japan has the... Yeah, we saw the Japan ones. Yeah, he already had... Yeah, we saw the Japan ones, but we're still seeing some Japan ones. Well, let's look at it here. He should definitely be running the... Yeah, if you don't have any other mill policy, the one with plutocratic trade is decent. Plus merchant is never bad. Yeah, the expansion one is also good enough. Expansion quality, what does that give? Yeah, that's a land leader fire. You should definitely take that one up. You don't need that one. You're not at war. You're not gonna recruit a lot of generals. Quality plutocratic is the same as they don't have a policy. Yeah, you just need to take off the land leader fire and save your money from that one and have on the trade efficiency. And then you will need to get some money so you can build up your country. Maybe consider building some fort. You both have have devastation, and you maybe have a hostile Russia. And right now you have 0 defensible forts except for this one here. They will just swarm all over your country if they declare. And you have a decent... You have decent defensive terrain in the west and the east. Okay, let's look at Ayutthaya. Okay, Ayutthaya. A nice force limit, 250. Good discipline, decent morale. Max manpower 200. Going religious 4th, so he's getting better quality but fewer money than the people that... So these are the meta ideas, the first 3 here. And then he goes religious as the 4th idea group, which gives him more morale of armies and can help with religious unity. But he's making less money than... Yeah, he got a lot of stuff to convert as well.
Religious is a meta idea if you're looking to fight, but who's he fighting? Like, he's allied to Oirat and...
Malaya.
Well,
Malaya, he was allied to Malaya, and then AI the relations dropped with AI when it was AI for the last hour.
Yeah.
And Albert is not really afraid. So, like, if he's afraid of the Indians, yes, this might be the correct choice, but also the money you're lacking for not taking trade.
Like, even without trade, though, he's still making 136.
Yeah, it's good. He's only we're spending very little on advisors. He could definitely spend more there.
Let me check his building. Is he making use? By the looks of this, yeah.
Workshops looks fine. Oh, that was the wrong one.
Very few force limits.
Yeah, no, none really built. Manpower is getting up there. Manufacturers, well, he can't really build them in a lot of provinces. Guess it's very good. Or filled up with provinces.
He's got a bunch of churches that he does.
Oh, yeah, he got churches that he needs to replace with manufacturers.
He's got a bunch of shipyards.
He also hasn't upgraded his forts. So if India comes knocking, they're gonna have to siege down level 2 forts, which is very easy. Oh, yeah. So you should definitely get the next forts. So this household hasn't really been built yet.
It's like with Ayutthaya, like he's under force limit. Yeah, he in terms of troops as well. To be honest, like he's only at 72.
Yeah, and he only have 100k manpower, so he can't even fill his full force limit with manpower. He needs to go to mercs if he really wants to fight.
Yeah, like he just needs to start building troops. Like he's generating a decent amount.
He also has a very suboptimal army composition. He has a total of 9 artillery. He got 6 cavalry and 57 infantry.
One of his stacks company.
Come again?
One of his stacks is the Grand Company.
Oh, well, you're not going to blame me for that one. So he only has 2 manpower regiments or stacks.
Yeah.
And he can't really build up to a new one. And he doesn't have a cannon stack. So at this point, you'll likely want to have a cannon stack. It's so strong. Like, if you're fighting a multiplayer war, like against another player, and you don't have a cannon stack, and they do, we are past Tech 13, right? Yeah, we soon Tech 16 is coming up. You're going to get decimated by other players if you don't have a stack with full back row of cannon, which the combat with right now is 29, and it's going to go up to 30 once the next tech is coming. So get a cannon stack would be my strong advice, because if anyone comes knocking, you're just going to lose every battle if you don't have a cannon stack.
He's incredibly behind in terms of admin tech.
Like, he's behind, and he's also filling out villages ideas. I think he did a lot of coring in China.
Yeah.
Also, you have a capital that's 145 development. If you press the exploit development from that capital, you get 500 ducats, and you're losing 1 ducat a year for that. It's so worth pressing that.
Looking at it, he loses 0.7, like literally 0.14 per month.
Yeah,
easily worth it.
Like, it's 500 ducats. It's a lot, and you can reinvest that in your country or pay up your debt. He had 1 loan, and he could pay up that loan instantly. 5 privileges given to the monastic orders.
He's given what? Ooh.
Can he form Seum in his missions tree or something?
I don't think so.
The Siamese revolution, and he can, but he needs to have absolutism or something.
Well, looking at his state.
Yeah, his mission tree, like the Siamese revolution, if you complete that one and get the next one, you need absolutism, and you need another 60 years, and then get from Siam. I think it's worth going for Siam. I think Siam is very good. Actually, I'm just going to pull up the ideas on the screen.
Well, I don't actually know Siam ID for vanilla.
Well, they buffed it in 1.30. So you get 10% mobile of armies, 30% national manpower modifier. Can you see this? If I yeah, you can see this. 10% mobile of armies, 30% national manpower. A bit of prestige. Idea cost -10. +1 cavalry fire. Death cost. Discipline. He's getting a lot of good stuff. Yeah, that's definitely a tag worth forming.
Looking at his ideas, yeah.
It's like top tier ideas nearly. Oh, I didn't crop it rightly. I guess you can figure out. Okay. So his trade setup, he's collecting in Siam, and he's steering in Canton into Siam and from Burma into Siam. I don't think there's a better choice for him to do here.
Not really. Like, either way, he's going to end up with his trade being stolen by Malacca.
So your state cost in your capital is very cheap, so you want to put on your trade power edict there. That should help considerably, especially since you have such a huge capital city of some 145 development. He's getting the PP from power protection. He could spend a bit more on advisors, then he needs to build up and kill the rest of stuff that's laying around over here. He has a few vassals.
Yeah,
No, it's a march. Ning and Wu are marches. So he doesn't want to integrate them because he's lacking admin already.
He can annex 2 out of his 3 vassals.
Yeah, but they are marches, so he needs to revoke them.
One of them is a march.
Where? Yeah. He can annex Khmer. Yeah, he wants to do that.
It's like I've got his thing up here. It's saying Tonkin's a vassal for me.
Oh, then Wu is a march of somebody else. Oh, Wu is a march of Ovid. Okay, yeah. So he wanna annex the small ones. Maybe even feed the rest of Diviet into his vassals so he can pay diplo points instead of admin points that he's lacking.
Likely. It's like he's not gonna need naval tech.
No, he's allied to Malaya, so. Yeah. Okay, we want to start with VJ or Delhi?
Are we talking about Malaya?
Oh yeah, sure. Kind of, because AI released a lot of shit.
Yeah, won't be able to do everything.
Yeah. They're getting trade ideas done. They're gonna get a hefty bonus to income once they get the trade ideas completed. They're gonna be really rich once they do that. I'm not gonna look too much at this stuff because it's been AI controlled. It does have 107 cannons, which seems a bit overkill.
That is likely an AI.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Darth to recruit that many cannons.
If Darth had that, I would be surprised.
Yeah, me too. He has an available merchant. I guess he doesn't have the range to go anywhere with that.
He could just pull from Australia.
No, he's not doing it. Oh, he doesn't have one in Australia. Yeah, he could pull from Australia into Moluccas. And he's colonized. He got a colonial nation in Australia, so yeah, that's nice for him.
Yeah, he's asked for it to be like integrated.
Oh, it's the wrong type. AI made it the wrong type.
Either integrated, or so we can move his capital.
Oh, I think that may be banned. I think Exodus is banned.
It's more just because it's land, but it's not because it's not exactly Exodus. Like if he went to the actual New World.
Yeah, that's a different part. Yeah, so, yeah. Maybe he get that. I'm not the one to judge that. Yeah, I'm not gonna judge too much in this nation, but it's a rich region and has a lot more provinces added in 1.31, and he got the Death Cost Monument. Is in the Dharmic Religion group. He's not getting a 10% Death Cost because he's not in the Dharmic Religion group.
Ooh.
From the monument. That is a bit problematic, I think.
He is Sunni.
Yeah, and he can't really that easily go into Hindu or no. Buddhism, Theravada, or Mahayana. It's going to be a bit hard for him. Yeah, that's really sad for him losing out on the dev cost there. At this point, just see if you can sell it to someone. I think because it's such a valuable thing. Like give it to your ally, Ayataya. Because you're not going to get any use out of it.
It's like his buildings are progressive.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything else. He got a lot of temples.
Yeah.
And not very regimental camps and shipyards and barracks.
Does have a lot of manufacturing.
Good going on those. Yeah, he should like clean up his churches and build the correct buildings.
I'm gonna assume it's the AI that have done this, but 2 of the Spice Islands aren't closed.
Yeah, he released the Spice Islands. I don't know if the rest of them it's random generated when you colonize them, if it's closed or not.
Yeah, it is.
I think this was the first player playing on the nation that didn't reroll for the
right.
So, and he got his annoying vessel that is able to pirate. It's a pirate republic.
Honestly, I think he should just break with it and eat it.
Well, he's using it to. He's threatening India to like give them these islands and start pirating India.
I mean, it is an option.
Because he's mad that VJ has ships in Malacca. VJ has 41 ships in Malacca, and he's telling them to remove it, else he'll start raiding India. Speaking of India, let's move to South India. VJ. Very good income.
He do have the money.
And look at his manufacturers. It's nearly all built up.
He's trade company Burma as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
His manpower is low. His
manpower force limit's low.
Yeah, he barely built any manpower buildings, and no force limit buildings.
And he has a precise total of 3 forts in his entire country.
What do you mean with total of 3 forts?
3 forts. Defensive.
Oh, 3 forts. Yeah.
He has 3. One of them is a level 4. He has 2 that are level 2.
Yeah, but he's allied to Delhi, so I think Delhi has the Kalat fort and the Magala fort. So
yeah, but like, say for example, VJ finishes his force limit buildings, his manpower has to break with Delhi. That's not to say that Delhi and VJ are gonna fight, but all of a sudden when Timmy comes, if Timmy's still here in Gujarat, you can just walk down. Literally, as of right now, you could just walk straight down to his capital.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you can make a decent fort line in VJ. I think he should do that.
Like, and then it also gives him army tradition through fort.
Yeah, that's sometimes underestimated how good army tradition is, because in max army tradition you get 25% morale of armies.
Like, his army quality is...
It's not amazing, it's okay.
Terrible.
It's not terrible. He got 5% discipline in his national ideas. He's not running the DD that gives discipline, though.
Yeah, but like, I'm also saying the morale. Like, he's at 4.8.
Yeah, that's quite low.
But I suppose he doesn't actually have anything buffing it right now.
Yeah, he could run the advisor. He also I don't know, Indian stage. Where's the doesn't India have the one that gives morale of armies when you're at war with heretics and heathens?
I think that's in Brahmin.
We can't see that right now. Well, he can't take it then.
Yeah, no.
And since he's the only Hindi nation in the world, he would be guaranteed to get that bonus no matter who he's fighting.
Yeah. So Ayutthaya took it for him. He's the only Theravada, so he gets it anyway. So VJ should have done the same.
Oh, he's getting a merchant from Burma. That's nice for him.
Yeah.
And he's going to be even richer when he finishes out quality, so he can get all these lovely policies on. That's going to make him.
He's finished quality already.
Oh, I mean trade. When he finishes trade, he can get 3 more policies that all give money.
He does have a bunch of missions ready to fire. Like he has a morale mission for 20 years fire.
Yeah, and the Cav compatibility, but I don't really think he'll want to be using Cav. He's dwelling his cannon, stacking his capital.
Taking attrition though, so
it's 1 troop over, so the attrition is. There's a bit of attrition, not much. Doesn't he have higher supply in some coastal province?
Potentially.
I don't really think so.
No, then.
No, he's the most supplied, so maybe just drill your cannons. Oh, he's also drilling all his infantry. He got army personalism.
Looking at his troop type for his infantry, he needs to change to the Akbari musketeers.
Because they have more fire.
They are stronger unit. They will do more.
I'm not an expert on this, but you want as many fire pips, right? And the morale pips are not that important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I might also have the wrong one. Let's look at my country. Okay, my force limit is a tad bit higher than VJ's at 400. I'm a bit poor because I just went bankrupt, so I got devastation in all my country.
Are you going? I would say you're going for absolutism, looking at your estate.
Yeah, that was my plan. My plan was to go for Cotton Country, which is also why this 1 province minor has been kept alive to trigger that.
Okay.
Yeah, that is definitely my plan. I'm running 2 low advisors, but I came out of bankruptcy 1 year ago, and I haven't really had the money to improve them yet.
Speak nicely to the southern boy and see if he will.
Yeah, we're talking about making some deal because he's rich as fuck and I have big army.
Keep in mind though, like in terms of a trade deal, you don't have the alliance slot because he's a Q2, right?
No, he's a Q3 and I'm a Q2, so we do that.
Wait, are you actually a Q2?
Yeah. Yeah, Russia's popping off, knocking me down. I've been deving a lot, and I'm all up to date except for the last trade ideas I'm starting to fill out. I'm looking to form Hindustan, switching around provinces with VJ because those ideas are amazing.
Yes.
And after that, my plan was to go into Hindu.
You still got a few churches to draw.
I have a few churches. Yeah, I have a few churches.
But at the same time, I've also not looked at the dev in each of the provinces.
Yeah, I've been giving so many build church missions, so I've actually been building. I think I've built 15 churches just for the estate missions.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still have a few churches, and I think I need to get rid of some of them. Especially because I'm capping on manufacturers to place to build them. Yeah, I'm basically filled out with most buildings.
Yeah.
At this point, there's not really many buildings to build. There's a few soulless households that just got unlocked. Yeah, and after that, it's down to trade company investment in China and Burma. And universities is coming up as well, so that is also a priority.
There's a few provinces that are coming up. There's a few provinces that aren't 10 dev. Give them a 10 click, get them 10 for the buildings.
Yeah, I actually think I did a massive exploit tax round, so I need to dev those up again. Because I needed money to extend my bankruptcy for half a year because I had to embrace and didn't calculate that into my bankruptcy bill, so I had to exploit tax in every single province, which is not bad in the long run. Yeah, you're definitely right. I should focusing on my 9 development and 19 development provinces because I have quite a few of those.
Yeah, like your 9s, your 8s, and your 19s, sort of.
Yeah, because I basically exploited tax in every single province, and those brought a lot below 20. Yeah. Besides that, country's very well running a conquered defensive force from Timmy, so now there's actually not a risk of getting invaded into shitty forts. I deleted all my forts inland to replace them with other buildings and just keep the ones.
Like, once you deal with these 2 rebel stacks that are sitting on Baltistan and Margala, you need to upgrade the forts.
Yeah, definitely. That is correct. Yeah, those need to be upgraded.
And then you, even though, like, you do have a strong defensive position to start the war, you still need to, like, just a fort line just behind it as well. Like, just having 1 line of forts.
Yeah, it's risky, but there's no real defensive terrain. Yeah, I know it's a bit risky, but
like, you might just have to use river crossings or, like, as just for a -1. Hope for the best.
Yeah. I guess in the south I can have a hill province and a desert province, and in the north I can make 2 lines of good defensive. I like build another fort in war and build a fort in Kashmir, and then it's a bit more defensive, and maybe one in Ladakh or Skardu.
With glacier provinces, are they -2?
No, it's -1, but but they'll take max attrition, and it's like if that one is scorched, you're never getting in there. The area is so painful to fight in.
Yeah.
And they're also going a bit into China, getting the Chengdu node. Not that rich part of China, but it's nice.
I mean,
I don't really know if... Come again?
It's more money.
True, and more land to get manpower from. I've trade companied most of, I think all of Burma and China.
Yeah, I saw that when I came in.
Just
trade company.
Because I'm over Gopcaf by a few hundred, so.
Yeah, I would just look in. You trade companied a few.
I think I've trade companied everything that's not in the subcontinent of India.
Does Row and Baltistan count?
Row is like not in the subcontinent, and Kalat is also not, but the rest of it is.
Right. Like, I would say the Punjab one.
I need to go for 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Girlfriend just came home from dinner with friends. Just had to say hello to her. Okay.
Tell her go away, you're busy.
That was more or less in a more polite way what I said. Okay, let's look at Tim. Are you ready?
Just 1 second. There was your morale.
It's lackluster.
Like, you'll go up by 10%, but like that's still like your discipline's decent.
Yeah, I'm not getting that much from national ideas. I'm only getting infantry compatibility and fire damage. I don't really have any measure to boost it besides putting on an advisor, and of course being at war, so I get the expansion is salutary.
Like, I suppose as well at the minute, like, you're not going to be in, like, this isn't exactly your final form because Hindustan is coming at some point.
Yeah, and they go switching to Hindu religion as well as planned.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm definitely lacking morale. I'm also negative discipline. No, negative prestige. I mean,
it's only -0.8 though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not positive 50.
Yeah, but like, you know, like 0.8 isn't huge, but of course,
Yeah, like it can go up to 10% morale of armies, and army tradition is also a bit low. So So yeah, those are definitely problems. I took trade ideas because I needed the money, kind of, because my army is so expensive. I'm
Right.
paying 2 ducats for my army.
It's like all you India and Southeast Asia are behind on ideas. Like it's only Oirat that's actually.
Yeah, well, I went bankrupt, so I guess I have an excuse. But yeah, it's not good being behind ideas.
It's like I don't understand how VJ hasn't filled it per se because he's running like max level advisors.
Yeah, he's been having corruption a lot of the game, which is really bad for him. So Timmy lost a war in India against Delhi.
What did he actually lose? No, I know there was a big piece. Well,
he lost 100%.
is it all of these cores or just?
It's all of the cores.
So everything that Christ.
He lost 100%. He didn't want to give up the Jalalabad fort, so we made a deal that I didn't siege him fully down, and then I didn't take Jalalabad, but I got War and I got Kalat.
I mean, like how Baltistan is just as good though, because it still blocks off the pass. It's a mountain rather than a highland.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that is true. But there's still a defensive line for Timmy against invasion. With the Jalalabad fort, he needed to build new forts, and it wouldn't be mountain forts per se because you're going to Kulop. He could build a fort in Kish. There was already a fort, so he still has a mountain. Yeah, this is a very mountainous region.
He needs to press trade map mode more often because look at Samarkand and tell me what's the problem.
Russia's pulling everything out of Samarkand, and he's not getting any of that.
And so he needs to fix that.
Yeah, like stealing from Gujarat is likely not worth it when you can steer up here. He's getting another merchant soonish with finishing our trade ideas, but yes, definitely move a merchant into Samarkand because Russia is stealing a lot of your money.
Like, honestly, even before he gets this, because it's still like 900 dip, like 1200 dip or something.
Yeah,
and he gets his merchant. He should move the one from Gujarat. Like, he does lose money from it, but he gains more.
Yeah, he gains a lot up there too.
And so it's better for him to do that.
So Timmy is now at 120 discipline. When we fought the war, they had the advisor, but they got 5% discipline from finishing quality, 5% more from the policy, and 5% more from national ideas. So Timmy is way stronger now than when they lost the war against Delhi.
He also did some bankruptcy building.
Workshops, yeah. He's getting built up a lot. He still has his last vassal Transylvania that's not built up at all.
Look at his force limit building map mode.
Yeah, that's all blue.
Low on manufactories, hasn't unlocked house.
Yeah, which also means he doesn't have force march if there comes around 2.
His forts, however, are upgraded in his own country. He needs to upgrade this one in Kish.
Yeah, that is.
It's like he can afford it. It's a mountain fort. It's just.
Yeah, it's really important for him to get that.
Like, if anything, I know they're a bit disloyal now. Try and seize that province, get this integrated as much as you can.
Yeah, and he should also maybe delete the fort in the Arabian Peninsula. It's not doing anything for him. Maybe get a fort on Hormuz. Could be a good idea.
Like, fort on Hormuz, good. And what am I trying to look? Army tradition. He's getting 0.69 from the maintained forts. Honestly.
He also got another fort built in Kyrgyzstan. That one wasn't there when we fought. And his west is also very secure. It's full mountain forted.
Yeah, like he has a decent defensive line, but he's got the fort at Bamyan, north of Kalat.
What?
North of Kalat, Bamyan.
I have really. Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
2 provinces north.
yeah. I see that. Yeah, that's
Right.
an important one.
So he's got a mountain fort there, but Quetta is also a. Zoom in. It's southeast. It's on the border. The one
This
north
one.
of Kalat.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He could put a fort in there.
Like literally, give it 2 dev clicks. Sure, it's expensive because it's a mountain, but having another mountain fort when you've just lost the war to Delhi.
And Truce is up. Truce is up 1 year ago, I think.
It's like an extra mountain fort never hurt anyone. It's always worth the money.
He has a big force limit, but he doesn't really have the manpower. He has a max manpower of 160.
Yeah, but
he's going to be lacking manpower very fast into a war, so he needs to go to mercs. And he's not that rich.
No, he just needs to, while he's at peace, whether it's this truce or next truce, whenever, he just needs to start building to force limit bit by bit, so he just cap on manpower.
Yeah, so he's gonna cap in 25k, which is around 3 years, and then he needs to start building. Why does he have so low manpower? Is he bankrupt or something? Recovery speed, I mean. No, it's just because he doesn't have a lot of manpower. Only 1.7k a month. Yeah, it's not getting that much manpower from this country, definitely. And he's allied to Motapa, and I think we're going to take a look at
just before you run off to another country. Yeah. In his estate, there's an important one from the Dhimmi that he's missing in terms of manpower.
Yeah, but I don't think he has many provinces that gives him that. Like, he barely has any provinces that is Dhimmi. Like, he has one Sebastian province that is Dhimmi. Besides that, he doesn't have a Dhimmi province.
Would Coptic not count for Dhimmi?
He doesn't own Coptic. That's a huge.
What's that, sir?
He doesn't own a Coptic province, does he?
No, he doesn't. In his religious map mode, it's telling me.
Wait, where?
Sokoch. Oh, it's the island south of the Arabian Peninsula.
Okay, that is why I didn't find it.
Okay,
so he has a 5 development non-Muslim province, and he has 30 development.
Okay, not that worth it then.
No.
Oh, excuse me. Just from looking at
it. Timmy is very weak, indeed.
Yeah, after further inspection, it's not worth doing them.
And he popped all his missions more or less, so there's not going to be that benefit. And he can't form Persia because I think he needs to land from QQ.
Mm-hmm.
But Timmy ideas are decent. He get discipline, he get morale of armies and shock damage. And land shock.
Yeah, it's not the worst idea set.
Yeah, I'll take them over half of the starting nation's ideas, at least. Okay, let's look at QQ and see if he... what's the we're supposed to attack wrong. Okay. Manpower is also really, really low, 120k.
Force 130. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the best, not the worst in terms of manpower to force.
But barracks is missing in much of his country, and force limit buildings is missing in every single province you have.
Like his buildings are missing a lot everywhere.
Yeah, put up workshops missing, manufacturers missing. Yeah. Does he have upgraded forts? Yeah, at least upgraded his line against Timmy. Some of it, Sharon is still level 2.
Yeah, like he doesn't really need to worry too much from like the west at least not in like Anatolia, because he's allied with Poland. Yeah,
and like he could so easily make the Caucasus way harder for Russia to walk into.
Yep.
Placing a fort in the Yarmaki province next to Shirvan, where he has a fort, but moving it one province inland.
Yes.
And building a fort in Imereti, and then you have really good defensive position if Russia comes knocking. It's going to be agony sieging down. This is like scorched earth, only one province you can go into that you can cut off from the other province, and yeah, it's really good defensible position. So if you have put a fort in Shamak, and then they siege down Shamak, and you engage them there, you can actually move in. If you don't have a fort in Shirvan, move in and cut up the reinforcements and on the flat land, and you fight in highlands. On the other side, you're finding mountains, and you can intercept them in marsh. So you can it's a really defensible position, and he's not utilizing it with his fort right now.
Like just quickly clicking through some of his fort provinces, they are on like marshes, hills, except the ones at the north.
Yeah.
So
also the one in Tolia is on a dry land and on a farmland, flatland. Westland is his name.
It's like his eastern border with Timmy, aside from Sherburn, is fine. But
Yeah.
Sherburn, like moving it to Shamaki, change.
Yeah, and then building a fort and but generally moving that fort does a great deal for him.
It's like he needs to delete a few, like the fort in Baghdad and maybe Mosul.
Yeah, he's not getting in that much. Yeah, he can build another fort in the mountains to the east of that, where his army is standing right now. In Urmir or Marrakech. But yeah, he really needs to get going on buildings.
He needs to click the Maliki development, like religious school.
Maliki. Oh yeah, you can even take it. Yeah, because he got Hasa as a subject. That is really good for him. And he also needs to. He really needs to use more money on his armies, on his advisors. He's running 111. And has a total income of 88 and making plus 50 ducats a month. He should definitely take a look at those. Maybe even sell titles, because you're never going to get absolutism anyway, I think, as this country, because you need so much money. So go for sale titles and get that money, because you really need to start building your country.
His ruler, however...
Yeah, he's a republic.
So
I don't really know how he became a republic, but he is a republic.
Because, if I remember correctly, I think QQ starts as a tribe, and then when he formed, he chose a republic.
Yeah, makes sense. So he's getting the diplomatic innovation from his ruler, but he's lacking from advisors. He does have the manpower, the mana edicts, the state privileges. And he's going to get a lot of money when he finishes up trade as well. That's going to help him. So yeah, my advice to QQ, just like eat the rest of Eretna and Ottomans. See if you can make a deal with Poland to form RAM. That would be ideal, because QQ ideas are really bad. You're not getting anything really worth in here except for cavalry compatibility, but cav compatibility is not important.
It's like manpower and movements, pretty much.
Yeah, maneuver. Well, he's getting movement speed.
Maneuver. Like, he gets maneuver, land leader fire, land leader shock.
Yeah, he gets decent generals, but he doesn't get any military quality. He gets manpower and cavalry compatibility.
Yeah, like, if he can get rum, he would be in a decent spot. He also needs...
He still likes buildings. So basically, I would say, like, use your money to build up your country. Try to be as efficient with your money as possible. And don't try to pick a fight with Timmy right now.
Like, Timmy... I don't think Timmy... obviously, I can't speak because I don't know who's taking over it. Like, who's going back to...
Oh, yeah.
But, like... Timmy can't really attack QQ anyway, because Poland exists.
Yeah, Poland is very strong there.
So...
Yeah, I think he should just chill, integrate his subjects.
He can't really integrate Hassa, though.
Oh, like, then he loses the death cost, and you gave them so much land.
Like, just work slowly towards stealing the land back. Yeah,
so just like use the seize land button here and start taking land from them.
Like, do it bit by bit, so they don't become rebellious and whatnot. Change your vassal personalities to supportive rather than passive.
Yeah. and start integrating Evetna and Adjam, I guess. Yeah, actually, he should get a fort in Adjam, and then he's gonna have a really that is his weak spot against Timmy. His vassal Adjam has a mountain province, but there's no fort in it. And if you get that fort, he's gonna have a defensive line to the south against Timmy. He's liking that.
Yeah.
They can just march into a marsh province, and then it has Baghdad and Mosul open.
Yeah, like that's the weak point. If you want to attack into.
Yeah.
But
okay, let's go to Africa. Ethiopia died, so let's move to Matapa. I guess Zimbabwe. Okay.
Like this nation bothers me. Just because he's taken 0 loans throughout the entire game, not even burger loans.
Yeah, I know.
Bothers me.
If Ethiopia quitting the campaign and Portugal not deciding to fight him, he's just been chilling down here playing. Well, he did help Timmy against Delhi in the fight, but he had terra incognita in all of India, so he couldn't see that much.
Has he fixed a bunch of that? Yeah,
you can see entirety of India now. He stole maps against shared maps, stole maps, whatever.
Yeah, he can see a lot more now, so he will be a lot more useful.
His manpower is quite low though, only 180k. Same as with Timmy, he has a large force limit but a small manpower pool.
But at least with Mitapa, they've at least built up close to their force limit.
Yeah, they only force.
So he's already stationing fielding 250k troops.
Yeah, and he still has a lot of both manpower and force limit building to build, production buildings to build, manufacturers to build. He can just keep building up because he has a total of 140 provinces and they all need building up. So he's going to be very strong once he builds those up.
Yeah, he just needs to take loans, but
taking
burgers.
Taking 5 loans for 3k ducats to build up. I'd do it, but I'm not with zero interest, but I'd do it.
Yeah, he's literally the entire game he's took no, and
yeah, that is quite impressive.
His income's nice. Running 343 advisor with he went Republic.
Yeah.
So he's got a 6. Fine for point. Finish quality.
He's collecting in Zanzibar. He's also collecting in some Zambezi. I think that is a mistake.
I think it's at the minute just to protect his own trade in case someone looks at province value and then yeet, meaning Portugal.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, because he's collecting in Zambezi, but not and in Zanzibar.
It's
he could be, that would be him being scared of boats, and if he's not scared of boats, then he should definitely collect in Zanzibar. But yeah, it might be a case where Portugal could come in with 100 light ships and take half his income.
He's got a bunch of trade centers, in Zambezi, Zanzibar, that he could just upgrade to level 2. That will give him a bit of extra dev cost.
Yeah, and will help him retain his trade if Portugal comes and memes him with boats. And he could use his merchant more because Zambezi flows into Zanzibar anyway, and so does. So he just needs one merchant in Congo, and then he can use his other merchants to take trade from India or Ethiopia.
Right. Yeah, just move the trade capital, leave the merchant. Oh no, I went.
Yeah, could he maybe just move the trade capital, and use the 3 merchants, one in Congo, one in Gulf of Aden, and one in Coromandel or Gujarat. Wait, Coromandel doesn't flow to Zanzibar; it flows to Cape now. Okay.
Yeah. It flows to Gulf of Aden.
Yeah. So he can do that, or take Gujarat, or Ethiopia. Yeah. I guess he's gonna conquer a lot more of Ethiopia and be the own half of Africa.
Yeah, he will dominate most of Africa.
Yeah, he'll be disgustingly strong.
Just needs more buildings. His morale is decent. Discipline's 10%.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the policy on for additional 5% discipline.
And he's also running a reinforcement 4-speed advisor.
So definitely, and when he develop all his provinces just up to 10, he's gonna be really, really strong. Because there's so many provinces he can still build buildings in, and then 10 def. Oh, he got a monument at level 2.
Yeah. What gives a
tech cost.
Like, it's like he doesn't really need to upgrade it to tier 3.
No, he doesn't get anything from that. That is the shittiest upgrade ever.
Yeah, like the only thing it gives really is 20 prestige.
So we get 5% more defensiveness, local defensiveness, and you get negative 10% more to fabricate claims, and you're spending 5k gold on that.
Yeah, like it would give him 20 prestige would be the only.
Yeah, that's not worth it. Also,
No.
he's an uneven gold mine, but I guess he stated that in the
he did.
save it is because he's concentrating deficits capital.
Yep, and I guarantee he's not happy about it.
Yeah. Okay, now let's look at the big baddie of the campaign. I gotta do.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
In capital, even though he's embraced and a few other states, he's still got a.
Oh yeah.
Just need to fix that.
Yeah, he maybe have other as well. That's lacking around. He got some institutions put in another one, and local dev cost, and missionary strength. He needs the missionary strength. He's going to party, and all his countries fetishist.
Yeah.
So would you think it's worth going out of fetishist land because then he doesn't have the manpower from the Dimi?
Like, I don't know.
He could take the manpower from the Dimi, and he will instantly get like 50k manpower. But he's converting it all away.
Yeah, like if he's converting it, then he needs building like incredibly quick. But plan could change depending on how India goes that war or whatever.
Yeah. And if Portugal decide to also be hostile. Okay, let's now look at Russia. I heard he built farm estates everywhere.
Yes.
Because he apparently thinks he doesn't need more manpower, which might be true. He got 732 max manpower.
Like, looking at max manpower at the minute, closest to Great Britain, and he's still 300k shy.
Yeah. Delhi has more max manpower.
Oh, but it's still 300k shy.
Yeah.
Like. So.
And his force limit is also 150 above Delhi. He finished up for a trade idea, so he's getting a lot of that money. He's paying for his army. Why is he doing that? Like, I mean, it's quite cheap for that man. Why is he paying for it?
For 550 units with a cannon stack, paying 9.
Yeah, he got so much with regiment cost. He got the Moscow monument for negative 10% regiment cost, and then he's trading in iron that gives more regiment cost. And then he has the one that you get good quantity ideas. Yeah, 10% more. So his army is really cheap. He's basically the strongest nation in the game, and he hasn't built any soldiers house. He built like 5 soldiers households.
Yeah, like he doesn't really like. He could just stay doing that.
Yeah, he has so many food provinces that he can def and still go. Like he's stretching himself very far because he apparently want to go for Manchuria region.
Yeah,
but if something happens in Europe and you like walking there, it's gonna take ages. It takes like 2 years to get from one place to another. That could be his weakness. Also, he doesn't really have a fort line. I think he's strong. Like nobody would dare to attack him on his own. But like, there's no fault line against QQ. There's not really a fault line against Poland or Prussia or. I guess there's a bit of a fault line against Sweden and Hanover.
He's allied to them. Like,
yeah.
It's like Pench believes that if he drops Hanover, the Central Europe start attacking Hanover.
That is maybe correct.
And so
I don't know.
I'm just speaking from the neutral point.
He doesn't have any. He's out of AI expansion. Has a bit more Siberian frontier, but if he wants more land, it's going to be player conquest from now on.
Yeah, like for a meaningful province, player conquest, and if people are willing to sell more provinces to him.
Yeah, he's already at nearly 200 provinces.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting really strong.
Like, he's close to taking the admin tech, caught up on dip tech massively, but he has been focusing it.
Yeah, and well, he had to finish out trade ideas, so.
Yeah, like with his income, he could probably run higher level advisors than this.
Yeah, that is true. He's only running level 2 mil, and he's making plus 150 ducats a month. There's something wrong there. You have a lot of provinces you need to depth to 10. I would imagine, yeah.
He's also not taken the advisor.
No, I guess he don't need them, but he's not running. Yeah, he has so many provinces. Like more than half of his provinces is not 10 development. And you only have like 7 provinces that are above 20 development. He could definitely focus more on the advisors, and likely also can maybe get rid of the air. Maybe I don't know.
He's doing a few trade companies, you know.
Yeah, a bit in Central Asia.
Yeah.
He's getting 2 merchants. Well, yeah, he's doing the Siberian trick. Where you build this one company depot, and then you get every province in the area get +4 local trade power. And if you do it in the province with the estuary up here, then you are very likely to get the merchant because there's no other trade modifiers in the entire Siberian node. And then he can state the rest for more manpower and force limit.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think is he getting a merchant from Samarkand? Caspian Company.
Samarkand.
I think he's getting. What's Caspian Company?
Caspian would be what's?
Is it the Nogai region? He's getting 2, but he's not getting one from Transoxiania companies. Yeah.
The Caspian one is Astrakhan trade node.
Yeah, he's getting one from that. Even though half of the trade node is outside the region because he built the company depot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those merchants gonna help him. Then he has 7 merchants, which is really good for him. And of course, he has the Russian ideas, so he's really, really strong.
Like Russian ideas with Saddam.
Yeah, Saddam with plus 20% manpower.
20 and access to Strelts.
Yeah, Strelts is worked like every 15-20 years.
He gains 9 a month. Or at the start of each year, sorry. So yeah, a few years.
Yeah, 17 years or something.
I'm not doing the maths for it. I want my bet.
Okay, so let's move to Sweden now and take a look at them.
How is it quality?
So Sweden making 100 ducats. I guess he's getting some of the Russian money from Novgorod. Not much actually. Oh yeah, because Russia's collecting everywhere. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, like he's stealing a few ducats from Novgorod.
Not much.
Yeah, like that's why I said a few. Like it's not great. Yeah. Doesn't really have a fault line. Now he's got.
I mean, he has a fault line against going into the Scandinavian peninsula, but he doesn't have a fault line in the land he owns in Russia.
Yeah, like even in Scandinavia, like in Sweden itself, sorry. In Kalmar, he's got a level 2 fort that's currently turned off.
Yeah, and then he doesn't have anything else in mainland Sweden.
Doesn't have a capital. Fort on his capital.
No. I mean, he's allied to Russia, so who's going to invade him? Because if Germany comes, well, then they have to walk through Denmark first. And that is straight provinces. If they go the long way around, he's protected by one fort line at least.
But say for example with Britain again, like they've been very busy in Egypt and whatnot. He might look Lubeck, think tasty.
But can he win in the Inland Sea with galleys being dominant there?
We'll look at that when we get to
Hanover.
Like Hanover and Britain.
Yeah.
Building wise, he's lacking the manpower ones. Decent implement.
Forcem is getting there. Manufacturers is also good.
Manufacturers not really built any soldiers' house.
Yeah, and he got a lot of provinces that are not 20 development yet, and still a few that's not 10 dev.
Yeah.
Hanover took Norway. I guess that's maybe, I don't know if he would get more out of having Norway. I don't know that. And he's collecting in Baltic Sea, and he's losing a lot of ducats to... I don't think Hanover should steer from Baltic Sea into Lübeck.
He's just trying to get as much money into Lübeck. You know, he's trying to like block from what's its face? From English channels pull. It's not really ever happen.
He's steering from Baltic Sea into Lübeck.
Yeah. Meaning
that goes that is more going into Lübeck.
Like, right? He should just collect if it for Hanover.
Yeah, he should collect in Baltic Sea.
He's running 333 advised 324.
Yeah, and well, he got the Danish ruler, which is shit, and the air is also shit.
Like, his quality isn't.
He didn't get the event for Morale of Armies. That disgustingly broken Swedish event that gives you more Morale of Armies permanently.
But he might have chose the mercenary one.
I can't see the modifier for any of them in there.
No.
That's a bit weird.
But he's sitting at 30% ICA, which certainly.
Yeah, like it's Sweden ideas are quite good.
Yeah, like he's able to fight, but he won't be the main puncher in war, I don't think.
I think aren't they roughly equal strength, him and Hanover? Hanover maybe a bit stronger.
While carry on, I'm going to have a quick look at, because I don't actually know how close the two are.
Does he get the Danish legitimacy, or the Hanoverian legitimacy?
Do a quick tag to Hanover and see. I assume it would be Hanover.
It's because it says he can use 10. He can use mill points to improve his legitimacy. It doesn't do anything. He just loses mill points. Okay. I want to do that then.
Yeah, don't tell him to do that.
Hanover is liking PP.
That's because he can't really do anything.
It says he's rival to Andalusia and Poland.
Yeah, like, I don't think he can rival Westphalia or Prussia because Sweden is too big.
Yeah.
Him to be.
So he got a big force limit. He got twice that of Sweden. He has 200 force limit.
Fine.
And he almost finished up religious ideas. I think he should have went trade, but he's running 555. He's paying. No, that's a tweet. He's running 255. That's quite good. Yeah, but I don't think he should be collecting in Hanover. No, steering from Baltic Sea. I think he should collect in Baltic Sea, and so he doesn't give more money to the English.
Yeah, like
and there's zero money going up from Saxony to his node. He's losing so much trade money. He doesn't really have. Great Britain has 32% share of trade in the big node, which is a lot.
Why has he only got 2 oil? That would explain why he's only got 2 merchants.
Yeah, he didn't go for trade.
Yeah, he went religion.
Yeah, he's going for the middle quality, and he almost finished it. He got the Hanover in ideas, which are quite decent. Death cost, fire damage received, and discipline and build cost. Good to produce.
Good prestige.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Gives him fire damage, bonus fire damage dealt as well. If you look at the land maintenance one.
Oh, whoa, that's another 5%. Oh, that's actually quite good.
Like, it's only 5%, but still 5% more.
Yeah, it's better than not having it. Did Norway actually colonize anything for him?
I think a few things. Oh no, he didn't.
No, because I remember seeing. Oh, he got Cuba. Here's a colonial nation as Cuba.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing it in his podcast.
And Holland is apparently alive in Cuba. Holy Land's capital is Bermuda.
Well, you know what they say about the Bermuda Triangle. Go in, don't come back out. That does explain why they're alive.
He should like to take those and get the provinces from himself, so Cuba can actually colonize the rest of the Cuba Isle.
Yeah. Right. Oh, 381. There's like, what is it? 94. 94 difference between Hanover and Sweden in terms of overall strength.
So his fort line, it's a bit weird that half of it is mothballed while the other half is fully maintained. Is the right word.
The fact that he's like, I don't understand. Like, I understand why he's not got forts turned on in like Estonia and whatnot. But like, why has he got half of his forts turned on in?
Like, Dishmarschen is the most important province, because if you have that, then they can't walk up into Jutland, and I don't understand why he has Dishmarschen and Hoyer turned off. Like Kolding and Skåne is fine, but those on there, it's weird.
His economy isn't looking too hot.
I know, that's punishment for not going trade ideas.
Like, he's still making like decent money. Like, he matches some of the people that have gone trade.
And buildings is looking very well for him.
Not actually.
It's almost all built up. And yeah, he can even start building in Sweden.
He's got trade power buildings built in a large part of Denmark, Lubeck node.
Yeah, but those provinces like 30 def as well, 25 def flatlands. Like his available build slots in most of them.
I'm just like, we're just looking at he has like no building.
He also got some farm estates. I think he should replace those with soldiers' households.
I don't like, as good as it would be, I don't think he can afford to, because he went religious. He needs just money. It's like, I don't know if it should be the same for you. As he got his maintenance turned on?
Yeah, he got the maintenance turned on. He's making 20 ducats. Yeah, he can't really do that right now.
And so, like, if he turns his maintenance on and goes to fight,
yeah, he's gonna lose money constantly.
Like, as soon as he takes casualties, he's already in the red.
Might be true. Also, he can exploit tax in his capital for 250 ducats.
Money.
I would say do that.
He does have a rival, he can, right?
Come again?
On my save that I've loaded, it showing me that he's got a rival.
Yeah, he got Poland and Andalusia as rivals on my save. But it still says 2 free rivals. I don't know why is it blocked that way. I don't really know what's going on.
Like,
he's just more PP.
It's like his PP will jump up by 20.
Yeah, so he'll get to like he'll get to 20 PP then.
Yeah, he'll be able to get to like 30, like 40.
Yeah.
Needs to send an embargo to Andalusia if he's rival to them.
I can see he can rival, like, I would rival Great Britain. You already embargo in Great Britain, and you could rival them and then send privateers against them for more PP.
Yeah.
You can also rival Westphalia or Spain. You can also rival if you want someone far away. Okay, Ted, are you ready to take a look at your country?
I'm poor as shit.
You are poor. You have a healthy treasury. 100 ducats. It's not all that bad. You're taking attrition. What are you doing?
I was just, if you look, all my stacks are moving home because I've finished fighting. I'm in the middle of sorting it all, but then it got saved.
So you can take a decent chunk of land.
Or if you just clear that and then take the southern shit, like Prague and whatnot. Yeah, block him. Yep, there you go.
Then you're blocking who?
The other people currently in the war.
Westphalia and
Westphalia and Jerusalem.
Okay, so it's not all Hogbox Europe.
I'm friendly with Westphalia, but
you're still blocking him off.
Yeah, because I want land. I've been tiny man, and I like, you know.
Hey, that looks nice. And then you have a small Bohemia snack to eat.
Yeah, and like 1591, the Venice truce, like the Venice AI truce ended, that the Bohemia player left from.
Yeah.
Like, and so, like, I've already had one war with Bohemia. I truce broke for this one.
Oh.
Like, I waited till my cause had finished and then went back.
If you're really greedy, you go for another truce break and you snake your way into Venice and start eating Venice.
We'll come back to that because that's not possible. But we'll come back to that when we come to Venice and we'll talk, or Poland.
Oh, well, okay, cool enough. Your buildings, you got all the mostly workshops built. You have churches.
Yeah, like I'm in the middle of fixing like the 1,000 ducats there. I'll be getting another few hundred from Bohemia, and then I'll be looking.
You have so many good soldiers' households to build.
Yep.
And you have manpower buildings to build. You're gonna get a lot more max manpower.
Look at my max manpower already, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking at that 240k. It's quite good, quite a lot.
Yeah.
You're running level 1 discipline advisor.
Yeah, it's because I don't want to push him too high just yet, because I don't want the event to fire.
The event cannot fire if he's level 2.
Yeah, and so I'll be upgrading him.
It's 100 ducats and then you start making mill points. More mill points, that is.
Yeah, like I will be doing. I was just prioritizing.
You are trash talking us for being behind on ideas. You haven't finished yours either. You're like 2 idea.
Hold up. How many ideas am I on?
You're on 2 more ideas than me.
So I'm on
27.
But you're on 25, so
yeah,
you're not up there.
No, but you're still trash talking us.
So also, how close actually am I? Yeah, I'm close to actually taking it as well.
Close, you have 75 diplomatic.
Yeah, that's close. It's a few months. It's fine.
Sure.
No worries. Like literally nowhere. Also, just look at my ruler.
Yeah, you're getting all that mill.
No, but like, look at my ruler. Tell me what's wrong with the actual ruler herself.
Queen, consort, regent.
Look at how old my heir is.
Oh, you kept extending regency, I guess.
Fucking damn right.
Because you don't want the 2 admin. You want the 5 admin and the 1 more mill.
Yeah, like it's like I'm behind in diptech, but like I honestly couldn't give a shit.
Hey, you gotta get a lot of money when you finish this trade ideas. You have so many policies you can pick on. Then all the money making policies. That's when everyone starts getting rich.
It's like those. I have 3 boats, so for me, what does diptech do? Well, I have 3 trade ships.
You have quite a large coastline, though. Maybe you should start building ships.
For what purpose, really?
I don't know. Fighting Hanover?
I mean, that's not really a plan, is it?
Why do you have manpower edict on in every single province? Is that worth it?
Because I was building, I was rebuilding my manpower at one point. I forgot to take them off.
Okay, I guess you can take those off.
It's also putting me at decent manpower in case someone ints, if you look.
So you have no allies?
Quite isolated.
So if Hanover attacks and Colin, their lovely ally of called France.
Wait, if Westphalia attacks and
Westphalia, Colin, France, or Hanover comes with Sweden alone, they should be able to beat you. Don't need Russia.
Well, if Hanover attacks, I don't think he'd win, because go to military quality as well.
Like, yeah, you have a lot, but they have twice your numbers.
Yeah, but look, the damage they would take would still be a lot higher than what I would.
True, but I guess they could just like declare war and then wait for you to make the move on their defensive terrain and just like pillage your coastline and whatnot.
If they're declaring the war, they have to be the proactive one.
Why?
Why would I make the aggressive move when
because they're waiting for your coast, blockading you and.
Yeah, but why would that's not exactly going to force me into it, is it? Like I'm fighting 2 nations.
True. By the way, if they started steering trade out of Saxony, you'd be a bit more poor as well.
I know.
It's like
Hanover offered me 1,200 ducats for the Lübeck province.
That's not a lot.
And I was like, yeah, no. Like he wants trade power in Lübeck to essentially stop the British. Build more boats. That will do more than owning Lübeck will.
Okay, let's take a look at Poland.
Let's look at Salem's in.
Salem is a negative stability, looming disaster, upgrade government rank. Is he going to switch to something else? I think he's trying to switch to Greek so he can form Byzantium.
Got it in 1.
I guess he's not getting Ruthenia.
No.
I guess if I could, I would still. He actually have Ruthenian provinces, but he needs some provinces from Russia to form it. Yeah, so he's going for Byzantium. It's still going to give him a nice manpower bonus from the missions. He might need to fight QQ for that, though.
Also, I know that we've finished with Prussia. Look at the religion map mode.
Yeah, I know you're Hussite.
And literally, that's giving me what? Like, I know it's not great. Like, gives me army tradition decay.
Oh, and shock damage received.
Yep. Bonus morale. Bonus morale from army tradition. 20% manpower, 5% goods. Not really stuff to scoff at, but it's not great.
I think Salem is going to get internal conflict possibly. He's going to be fine once overextension goes away. Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Like he could slow down the spread just by paying for his troop.
Yeah, but almost lower than 0. He's gonna get that because when he fixes overextension and if a clerk gets loyal or he step up, then it's gonna go away. It's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
But he's losing all his prosperity. Why is he at negative prestige?
Not only that, he's also got no patriarch authority.
Yeah, that is also a problem. Yes. Has he been swapping a lot around? Can he make metropolitans? Yeah, he can make a lot of metropolitans.
So he's not done that. Ow. But I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, I'm just gonna see how much patriarch authority he can get from doing this. He can go up to 52 patriarch authority. Okay, let's take a look at his buildings. Workshops is almost built. He can still have a few churches laying around. Manpower buildings still have a lot to go, but they need to def those provinces. Force limit buildings and none at all. And a few manufacturers. He's running very low advisor levels. He could definitely run higher, especially when his overextension goes away, so he's not losing money to corruption. I think you might have some non-important forts. And you should really get the Cholsu fort here, so we actually have a defensive line if Russia comes in here, because you only have a Grosland province here. So getting the Cholsu fort is making you more defensive. Also here it looks fine against Venice. No, this one is not good. Yeah, it's not really easy to getting fort line. You need some provinces from Venice if you're going to have a decent fort line here.
Look at his alliances though.
He's allied to Venice and QQ.
Yeah, like he won't drop either of them. And so he like
is Venice still a player?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Like it wasn't a player when it killed Bohemia because the guy had left for the last hour, but it is still a player.
So I was talking about he should build a fort in Tulsu. Because this is like he got a grassland fort here, but he can build a moss fort here, and that is like somewhat of defensive line against Russia.
Like potential -2 dependent on maneuver as well.
Yeah. And he could get more force, and his capital is in the south. I think that is not the correct thing. I think when he gets the admin, he should move it down into Hungary somewhere.
I think he'll be moving to Constantinople. Eventually.
And is he gonna take anything from the Bohemia deal, corps?
He's already took some.
Okay. I looked at his buildings. Most of those looks fine, except for him being a total mess on force limit buildings. He doesn't have a single of those. Or he has 2, I think. 5.
And yet he's still got 250 troops.
Yeah, that's going to go way up higher once he starts building those.
He'd be able to match a lot of people in terms of troops.
Yeah, if he was fully built up on force limit buildings and manpower buildings, he would be like toe to toe with Delhi. And having better quality than Delhi as well, because Polish ideas are really good.
Mm-hmm. He's not got his burger, but he does have his burgers loyal for bonus step cost.
Yeah, he could take some burger loans and build.
Yeah.
I also think we are overkilling it with forts down here, maybe. Although the 3 provinces are great to have forts in.
I don't think he's built the.
Okay, he just conquered them.
Like Otto Blob was the player, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Great Britain is sneaking Greek islands. Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So really get the fort built in Tulsu. Is a priority for you. He's behind England ideas. This guy is far behind. Do you think Inu is the correct choice for him?
No. I don't
like. Both trade and religious is better.
It's like it puts him at 30% ICA, pretty much all it does militarily.
No, he already got 20%. Oh yeah, put him at 30%. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Is that better than the morale stacking from religions or improving your economy?
I think going trade would be the correct choice for him.
I mean, look at his trade map mod.
Yeah.
And his total trade income right now.
17 ducats. He's making 1/5 of his income in production and trade. That is really, really low.
If he fixes around his trade and stuff, he'll be fine.
So he should collect in Ragusa, collect in Constantinople, and collect in Pest. He can do that. He has two merchants, and then his trade city.
Yeah, at the minute, just collect in the 3 nodes.
Yeah, collect in Pest, Ragusa, and Constantinople, and when you get your first merchant, also collect in Krakow. Just collect everywhere, just like Russia does. And you can get your PP up by just insulting some people. You have all the prestige in the world. Yeah, so there's a few things Poland can do to improve his situation. Okay. Are we going to look at Venice because it was AI, or are we just going to skip it?
He was playing in the session. He only left for the last hour, so I think.
Okay. And then he killed Bohemia.
Yeah, literally, player left, instantly killed Bohemia.
That is hilarious.
The issues that Bohemia was having in that session, couldn't help but have a giggle to myself. It's he conquered Bavaria, then left the HRE before coring had finished, and so it released Bavaria.
Oh.
The HRE.
Did he truce break them then, or what?
Then he truce broke them.
Oh god.
And, we all know about the HRE shit.
Yeah.
So it dropped his alliance with me, and then I don't know what happened, but Venice attacked. Venice was Tech 15. Bohemia wasn't. Bohemia got slapped. Player rage.
That is hilarious. So Venice is lacking ideas. He's only at 2 in his 4th idea group. He's not that rich actually, but I think
he was rich. He's not really improved on what his income too much. But that's because
yeah, he's already maxed out on buildings more or less. Need to dev them up to build more.
Yeah, it's Britain's doing Italian things. Poland, Naples.
He only has 28 provinces. That is very low.
Is he still the Venetian? No. Wait, it's a Venetian monarchy?
Yeah, he's a monarchy. I guess he went to low republican tradition and dictatorship took over, and then he became a monarchy.
I don't actually know why. Wait, is the Venetian government type locked?
I have no clue.
You don't get estates, do you?
Yeah, that is true. You don't get estates. You get factions. Shitty factions.
If it's locked, that may be why he turned monarchy.
Yeah, because he could get estates.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think he should go back to a republic.
Yeah. So when the player comes back, he needs to start running advisors. See if he can get rid of both his king and his heir. Both of them are really, really, really bad. Yeah, he needs to get some new ruler. He could go into States General and instantly get a new ruler. I would totally do that. I think he gets an election the month tick or something. I would totally do that, so you can get a better ruler than what you currently have.
Oh, doing States General?
Yeah, doing States General.
It'd be worth it. It's not like he's close to getting the absolutism.
No. Yeah, he should definitely do that so he can change out that shitty ruler. Okay, I think we need to speed up a bit. We've been going for
too long.
1.5 hours, so. Okay, Westphalia. 164 limit, 170k manpower. A total of 34 provinces, so a bit larger than Venice. Very nice income for this country. How are they getting so much? They're getting so much in trade. Yeah, I guess GB is not using its merchant to to pull out of it, and now there's Denmark, so he just retains all his trade, and he becomes rich off of that. He can eat some of Bohemia. He's a theocracy.
Yeah.
And he needs one more reform progress so he can switch into monastic order, and then he can take the tier 6-1 with the Dutch Republic government reform, the same as the States General.
Also take a little butchers at his incoming ruler.
Yeah, that is gonna get removed with that. So he switched to monastic order, and then he can take the open public elections, and then he also gets the Dutch government reform mechanic, and the left side is quite good. He gets 20% manpower, cavalry speed, and more army tradition. The right side is trash, but that is really gonna help him and his marriage generation. So you just need one more reform progress for that.
Like nation looks better than what we in Europe expected after Belly was late, and
it went bankrupt prematurely.
Yeah, bankrupted instantly, so that it was points wasted, money wasted.
Yeah,
but Belly recovered it decently.
Yeah, nation is looking decent. So it has no more player expansion route except for a bit of Bavarian land. So there's definitely going to be warring in here because I guess he's almost built up already. So he's going to have to fight someone if he wants to do anything. Else he's just going to sit and click death buttons for the next 200 years.
But like, who are his options? Because like, he can't attack Hanover because of Russia. Can't attack Britain because he won't.
So he's allied to France, and I guess they could potentially fight Jerusalem and Great Britain if they really wanted to.
Could, but they will. And so like the logical path would be me and Prussia.
Yeah, you or Jerusalem.
But Westphalia and France fighting Britain and Jerusalem, I don't think would go well for them.
Well, if they can rush down Jerusalem before Great Britain gets, because no, now we're not looking at Great Britain, but they are shattered all over the world.
Yeah.
So they might not have a field standing army ready to help Jerusalem because they are in Egypt killing AI or killing rebels in some Greek island or whatnot. So I just like if they can rush down Jerusalem, I think they can do it. But that is a big if. So yeah, it's I like if they want to do anything, it's going to be Prussia. It's likely just going to be Prussia. Maybe they can do Venice because when they connect the land over here,
they would have to fight Poland.
Yeah, but I think that so either Prussia or Poland. Yeah, I don't know if Prussia is going to get any help. I think you know that, but maybe not telling would be wise. So if they want to fight if he want to fight anyone, he's landlocked. He's only got 5 neighbors, and one of them is his ally. One is a nation he cannot get 100% on, or even 50% on, is Great Britain. So yeah, his options is Switzerland, Jerusalem, Venice, or Prussia.
Pretty much.
And he's just a small boy until he's able to kill somebody.
Or vulture off a corpse of someone dying.
Yeah, so like Prussia dying to Poland or Venice dying or something, he can get a bit more there. Okay, let's look at France and see if this France it's not the biggest France. Great Britain still has a lot of territory in France and the lowlands. He does have Aragon as a vassal.
Yeah, he did that in the First Spain War.
I don't really know why you would take Aragon as a vassal at this state of the game. Why not take the land for yourself?
It was more Carpenter was worried with overextension at the time. I don't know why he's fed more, like the Basque provinces to Aragon. I don't understand that one.
Because if I was him, I would just like, if winning another war with Spain, he shouldn't give more to Aragon. Just like take it yourself and start covering it. Maybe take the Aragonese cause, but then you still have to integrate them.
Oh. If you look down in Tunis, he's currently at war.
Oh, he's fighting Mamluks that owns Tunis.
No, Tunis is his vassal.
Ah, interesting. So he's going to be able to go down there.
And he's
Well,
also blocking off Spain and Portugal, but also giving Spain and Portugal an easy war goal.
Yeah. Why is he such a big fan of making vassals? Tunis is also a vassal and is very disloyal.
I'm not sure, but like the Aragon one is because say like there is a war coming between France and Iberia.
Oh, so Westphalia is going to be busy with that, I guess.
Potentially, I think there's a war coming. I don't know their actual stuff, but
I think he could be able. Yeah, he could be able to get above 50 PP if he privateered his rivals.
And so,
his rivals is and he could just like privateer Prussia, or Russia, I guess, and then he got above 50 PP.
Mm-hmm. What was he?
Some more mana. He's getting all the mana from these states. Wait.
To be fair, he can wait on his insult until his Scornful's finished, insult both, and then he's back over 50 as well.
Yeah.
He's also got a take from Aragon in Spain.
He's in a disaster.
Ooh,
French Wars of Religion. I don't think it's that bad one. I think it's actually quite mild to be in, but
I think he's on his way out of it though. Cause his country's pretty.
Yeah, he needs a few more provinces converted. That's maybe why he did the vassal thing, because he didn't want, at least in Tunis.
Yeah.
Because that's going to slow it down, extend the time he's in it. He should definitely run a higher level mill advisor.
Yes.
He's getting nice crown land. I think he's going to go for absolutism. And buildings-wise, production buildings mostly built, a few left to go. A lot of barracks left to go. Nearly no forcement buildings. A lot of manufacturers left to go. Yeah, he still lacks a lot in buildings. Okay, let's speed up a bit and go to Spain. So Spain. Getting built up, but still needs to death in a lot of provinces to be properly built up. 180 manpower, 160 force limit. Has a defensive line, sort of. He got a defensive line against Aragon, even though he lost the Pyrenees. Expanded a bit into Morocco, but Andalusia has taken the grand prize. Does have something in the New World, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's making a colonial nation in the Caribbean as well, another one.
Yep, everyone and their mother has one there.
Yeah, and like North America is completely untouched. If you had a few years, make a colony over there and start conquering like crazy. It's just stupid. AI.
To be honest, the AI can probably wait. He's on a timer when it comes to fighting France.
Yeah.
Because at the minute he's got his tertios. That's
going yeah, and the French are getting theirs in the next stage.
And that's going to last for 18 years. Huge advantage now. So he needs to make use of it, you would think.
But Andalusia is scaling so hard, right? So.
And Andalusia is starting to scale, but will that be enough in the next stage?
I don't know. He got this stage general. I think that's
he's also gone religious. He's wanting to win.
Yeah.
In terms of ideas chosen.
Yeah, and he's finishing the last one. So I think when he finishes the last religious idea, France went exploration fourth. So when he finishes his last idea in religious, he's going to enable 15% more morale of armies. That's going to make him really, really strong.
I don't agree with Carpenter France going exploration.
True, but there's nobody in North America. And if he's sure he wins this, then I think it's a correct choice. But if he's not, then yeah.
Like, gonna be difficult.
Yeah, definitely, and also France doesn't really collect the trade from there very well. It can get some collecting Bordeaux, but North America it's like completely untouched, filled with AI that's just there to be eaten. Yeah, but likely it's gonna see a war between Spain and France, and Westphalia likely needs to help them in that, which Westphalia's not gonna get anything out of because they're line blocked and can't get any provinces.
Like,
okay. Let's take a look at Andalusia.
There's a lot of buildings still to be built.
Yeah, in Spain, yeah, he had quite a few left to go.
Like,
Andalusia has a lot of buildings to build. A hell of a lot of buildings.
yep.
Yeah, he with like 50k ducats, he's gonna be so strong if he can get. He's getting decent income. He's making 70 ducats a month.
Yeah, like he's doing well. He force limit 248. His manpower is 75.
He needs to figure out his artillery stacks because right now we have 1.5 artillery stack. He's building more artillery. Yeah, see, he's actually fixing up that. He needs to start building because he's troops because he's a manpower cap and he can fill another 100k.
And the sooner he does that, the more he can start regaining that manpower before the war.
Yeah. He went for he didn't take expansion, so he only has one colonist, and that allows him to be better on the land. He got the Andalusian ideas; those are decent. They're not amazing. He gets 15% morale of armies and 15% fire damage received, but he gets nothing else militarily. He gets manpower, 15%.
Just back to the Iberia War quickly. France needs to upgrade his fort and potentially rebuild the fort back in Navarra, the mountain fort.
Yeah.
There's a fort there.
That is so true.
Like, Spain's are fine, but
Spain also needs to look at Africa because now that France is in Tunis, he got a level 2 fort there.
Andalusia needs to upgrade the one in them. Like, definitely.
Yeah, they need to look down there. Andalusia has his entire army in West Africa. I think that is a mistake.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And his PP is just like he could install the rival to get above 50 PP.
Yeah.
Privateer someone. Like, yeah, there's still a bit of AI to eat down here. You have a truce with them, but your ally needs your troops up there. And if you're hostile to France, the France will just like to keep pushing into you if Spain dies. Because you are quite easily targeted actually with your capital being in Iberia and them already owning land in Africa. He managed to get Portuguese Mexico.
Yeah, which will help his income soon.
Yeah, when he's not like when the next truce, if they hopefully win for them, or like if the peace deal is the truce is 15 years, then he can just like chill for 5 years over here and conquer a lot of land and get gold.
Yeah. The treasure fleets will certainly help.
Yeah. And then move your armies away from Western Africa. I don't know if you have a lot of rebel provinces around there.
I don't know if he's also planning to fight air because he doesn't have a truce. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But you only need one stack for that.
You'd think so. How's his quality?
I guess it's decent. Low discipline, but he can pull on the policy for more discipline. Morale of army should be, yeah, he's nearly at 6 morale. And he's not running an advisor yet. Yeah, he got
He's also minus 97 in piety, religion.
Oh. Yeah, because he gets certain national ideas. The fourth idea gives monthly piety -1.
Yeah, so he's got bonus morale from that as well. Helps.
I also think he should potentially look at upgrading his monument in Morocco.
He definitely should.
That one is massive.
Free money.
And I think you should give. There's a really good monument in Yucatan Peninsula, I think.
Ceuta, the province.
Yeah, you should likely give that to Spain and not have Spain form a colonial nation there, so Spain can have this. Spain needs to accept Mayan though, but I guess they can def it up and accept Mayan, and then they can get the manpower recovery speed, infantry cost, and recruitment time.
Yeah.
This is one of the best monuments in the game. 20% manpower recovery speed, infantry cost, and recruitment time. It's really good.
Yeah.
So it's have Spain take this once you have a truce with France. See if you can give this to Spain, because you are a stupid colonial nation is not going to utilize it at all, but you will. Speaking of great projects, what are the one in Granada? I don't need that one. There was another one. I don't need that one either. Okay, let's look at Last Man. Look at Great Britain. So the Mr. Dip his finger in every pie that he possibly can.
Oh yeah, he's literally here, there, and bloody everywhere.
Okay, he has prepared if France or Westphalia was to attack them. All his troops are in Italy.
I feel like that's where he's placing his troops anyway. Because
I'm noticing they are fully maintained.
yeah, but he's also at 377 boats, so who's actually going to land in Britain? But
he still has a lot of manufacturers to build. Soldiers' household, workshops is maxed out. Same with force limit buildings and manpower buildings. But soldiers' households and manufacturers are still a few to go. Where do you think he's going to expand next? There's a bit of Mamluks and Ethiopia to eat up, so he's going to take that.
Probably a bunch more there, and then
he could potentially buy off a province of someone colonizing in the New World and just start conquering like mad over there as well.
It will certainly help his own income if he was able to do that, or he could just literally no CB take it and then.
Yeah, he have the colonial range for the Northern Canadian one, so you can just no CB Mi'kmaq and then start going ham into Canada and get even richer from that, and get a bit of other bonuses. Not that much, because you are only allowed to have one type of colony.
Yeah, but it'll build itself up anyway because it's self-governing.
Yeah. There's not really many comments about this. Britain, it's really strong, and it is, together with Russia, the two strongest nations in the game.
No one can really touch him, navally.
I guess Malaya could, because Malaya has really strong naval ideas as well.
It's like if Britain took the initiative, can't really. I
think he would lose if he went and fought Malaya in Malaya, but Malaya is not going to be able to invade the British Isles in an impossible way. Mm-hmm. So he's extremely safe.
So it's not he's safe in what he's doing, but he does have his finger in literally any and all possible pies. He started integrating Siena as well.
I mean, nobody can declare on him and get 50% war score.
Nope.
Unless they somehow manage. Maybe if they could take all his mainland holdings, but then they have to go to both Egypt, Italy, France, Netherlands. And that's maybe a bit too much. But yeah, he's not going to be able to be defeated as long as he has. He doesn't have a protective home navy. So he has 30 transport ships, but if France now sneakily built 60k, well, he's still so strong he can just recruit mercs to kill them back into the sea, but it's still, I wouldn't do it. Have a home navy, please. And he's stealing a lot of money from Hanover. Yeah, and you can also, if you go to the New World and colonize stuff, you can get more merchants and steal more money from the mainland Europeans.
Because that Rhineland node does look juicy.
Yeah, Rhineland node is really juicy. Nobody's really steering it out. Applying caravan power in there.
And then
Westphalia is fakely rich because nobody's stealing all his trade.
It's same with Champagne. Like, there's only 19 in, but no one's got a merchant there.
Yeah, that can go more out of that as well.
So, like, as soon as you have a merchant facing north,
there's gonna go a lot out.
Yeah, you're
And
taking.
he can upgrade a trade center as well in Brugge in the English Channel node. Maybe build some marketplaces. He hasn't built marketplaces, and he can like really drain Europe of money that way.
So he's certainly a scary spot. How are his thoughts outside of Britain?
He got a few in the Netherlands that are all on farmlands. He got one in Bremen that's also on farmlands.
He's not upgraded his fort. He's upgraded his fort again. QQ border and that.
He also Sicily crossing doesn't have an upgraded fort. Alexandria is still level 2. Yeah, Egypt is still level 2 as well. Yeah, it's quite vulnerable.
Yeah, it's only that northern fort in his Egyptian holdings that is
level. But then again, who's like, yes, you can invade his Egypt and sit on it for like 30 years and can't piece him out, but yeah. So this campaign is going to be interesting. To wrap things up, like Oirat and Japan are really weak. Venice is quite weak, and somebody's going to happen in because Westphalia is out of expansion, so there's going to be wars in Europe one way or another. Interesting to see what Russia and Great Britain does. India together is as strong as Russia, or even stronger. Timmy is maybe going to have a rough time, and Mustafa will really become a force to reckon with within the next 50 to 60 years. Yeah, I don't know if you have any comments. QQ is also not looking that great.
QQ, as it stands right now, is safe unless Britain decides to be a dick.
Oh, or Russia comes in and says hello.
Yeah, but I think QQ sold provinces to Russia for money.
Yeah, okay, then they might not do it.
I'm going to assume there is no war, but who knows? I'd say the main focal point would be Britain attacking QQ or Venice, which either way would call in
Poland.
Mustafa needs to take some loans. Like
build up his country, do a bankruptcy build.
Like, not so much a bankruptcy build, just burger loan.
Yeah, get that money and invest it into your country.
Literally just free money.
So it's likely gonna be Poland, Great Britain, like competing with Britain, having expansion opportunities into Poland's allies.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see what Russia does, because there's nobody really in the world that can rival Russia except for maybe India United, or if any European power gets Great Britain on their side. Else Russia is like unrivaled. Yes, Germany is going to be interesting, and it's also going to be interesting what happens in Asia, because people are getting big and some nations are quite weak still.
Yes.
Anyway, we have been going for 2 hours, double the time of when I do single cast. Teddy does bring a lot to the table indeed. So I'm just going to end it here and say thanks for this time.